You're in tune to Chicago's most popular college music radio station. 89.3 is WKKC. This is Focus Talk, the thought-provoking, solution-oriented talk show daring to make a difference in our communities. We're talking on a regular basis because the answers really matter. What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about politics, religion, personal development, education, history, music, and then from time to time, we are spotlighting positive people who are doing positive things right here in the Inglewood community, throughout the Chicagoland area, as well as across the entire nation. I'm your host, Dennis Snipe. Joining me in the studio today is NuWorld Flood. Flood, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing, man?
Doing well, doing well. Now, you know what? Let me ask you, is it safe for me to call you a hip-hop artist, or is there a particular genre that your music and your talent would fall into?
I'll say this. It's safe to say I'm a hip-hop artist, but
okay,
I would just say like just an artist, period.
Just an artist, period.
Just an artist, because I bring much more than hip-hop. But, you know, I mean, I do it all, kind of, so.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's safe to say I'm hip-hop, because I definitely got that side.
All right, all right. So, who is NuWorld Flood?
NuWorld Flood is a member in the group called NuWorld. NuWorld is like our staple name. Like, you have ASAP Rock, you have the ASAP crew. NuWorld is our crew. But NuWorld Flood is just an entity apart in that is like, you know, the other side. They call me the R&B singer. They call me the, you know, the more mellow side of NuWorld. So I would just say I'm just myself. You know, just a part of the NuWorld body. Now,
what does NuWorld mean?
NuWorld means that, well, I'll say this. It represents a group of brothers who are best friends, who grew up together in Chicago, that wanted to make a change in music, wanted to make a change in the narrative of a young Chicago artist. Mm-hmm. So we thought of it, let's say like, maybe if we say that we new, then we showing people that we have a new sound, we got a new idea. So we put that new, and then we said that, you know, we want to do more than just music. We want to eventually go into movies, go into acting, go into all that stuff. So we just a whole world of ideas, a whole world of this new field, this new sound. So that's where the name came from, NuWorld. When all my brothers came together and we just said, we're going to be the new world of music.
And so from NuWorld, how did you get the moniker of Flood? So
I have to go down the path. I have to go down the history. So we started out as a group called AK-47. AK-47 was me and my brother initially. My dad was, you know, he's been into music his whole life. He got me and my brother into music. So as we growing up in the Nation of Islam, it was very few artists that, you know, we looked at, because everybody wasn't rapping like that. Everybody wasn't making music. You had a very few. And I remember my dad, me and my brother was young, and my dad was, you know, tweaking off of this one artist that was in the Nation, and he was rapping, and me and my brother was like, okay, he's cold, but we was like, hey dad, we can do that too, we can do that too. So one day he was making some tracks in the studio, and me and my brother heard the track, and we just went in the lab and just started writing some bars to it. So we was like, we gonna show that. When my dad came back, he went to work, whatever, he came back, we had wrote a whole song to it, and we was like, listen to this. So we spitting our raps, and my dad mind is getting blown. He's like, oh, y'all actually got it like that? So he was like, what can we name ourselves? We didn't have a name, because back in the day we used to call ourselves Rapping Juvenile, but that was whack. By the time we got older, we was like, we ain't about to call ourselves no Rapping Juvenile. I feel like I'm a grown man now. So my dad one day was sitting down, he was like, I think I got a name for y'all. He was like, let's call y'all AK-47. He was like, why are you saying AK-47? He's like, I know that's a gun, but let me tell you. He was like, it represents y'all names. You got the Arshad, which is my name, the Khalil, which is my brother, and then the 47 in the Quran is the 47 swords, Muhammad. So that's kind of our two names put together. So that AK-47 became a thing, and we started making music. We dropped 2 mixtapes together, and then from doing that, we started to see that, you know, a lot more people in the nation were doing where these ideas of music and these talents were sparking up. People were trying to show their talents. Mm-hmm. So just the brothers that we hung with, D-Ro, Samad, Eli, Elijah LaFleur, K.O., these were all young brothers that were our actual friends and went to school with us. And we just decided one day, let's just make some music together. And from that grew into NuWorld. So from the NuWorld thing, me and my brother kind of became a part of that group instead of just so much AK-47. So we all became a NuWorld. But then we all was like, okay, we're a group and everything, but we all have our own sound and our own thing we want to give to the world. Like, I don't always want to rap hard raps. I don't always want to, you know, come with, you know, super hard rap. Sometimes I feel like I want to sing. I want to do some things that are more melodic. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own entity and part of NuWorld. I make my own kind of identity, trying to find myself. And the flood came from me just saying like, well, I'm about to flood people with who I am. I'm about to flood the world with my music. I'm just gonna flood everybody with everything. So that name Flood stuck with me. I'm like, I like that, Flood. Like, and it was something that I never heard before. And it also was kind of like still biting off of AK-47. It had a biblical reference, you know. The flood in the Bible was the process of cleansing the earth of, you know, all the evil and stuff that was happening. God used the flood to cleanse it. And the only things that survived was the things inside of Noah's Ark. So I kind of feel like my music is the cleansing of the music in today. So that's where that name came from.
So now, riddle me this, Flood. As far as music is concerned today, what makes your music different than the other music that's being played on the radio right now?
That's funny. I was just talking to my dad on the phone today, and I was telling him, because he asked me the same question. He's like, what would you say makes your music different? And I was like, you know, I have to say the honest answer is like, there's nobody that can tell my story better than me. You know, growing up in the Nation of Islam, going into trying to battle with the pulls of the world versus the pull of knowing what's right versus the pull of your friends doing certain things and you trying to stay away from that and all that, girls and women and stuff like that. So coming up in that battle inside of myself, I felt like I had something, you know, unique to give. So I feel like the thing that makes me different from most of the things you hear on the radio is that it's legit my story. I'm not making up nothing. I'm not adding things. I'm just telling people what I've been through, what I want in life, what my aspirations are, what my struggles are. And that's something that, you know, you hear that, and you hear conscious rappers talking about upliftment and all that stuff, but are they coming from my perspective? No, can't nobody come from my perspective. There's nobody in the music right now that I feel like is a follower of Louis Farrakhan that's on a wide scale talking about what he's talking about. They'll hint at it, they'll give shout outs, but who's a part of it, you know what I'm saying? Right. Who's coming up in the ranks of the FOI, but actually trying to give that expression to the world? Nobody. And that's what I think makes us different, makes me different, makes any of my team different. Okay, all right. Now, Flood, what is your latest single? My latest single it's called Last Time I Checked, featuring Kia Abdul. It's a song that, I'm gonna be honest, the song started out as me and my brother, well, you know, doing our thing, whatever, and we had some people that didn't like us for some reason. We soon eventually talked to them, but you know, they released a couple of songs dissing us low key. Yeah, so we so me and my brother heard the songs, and we was like, are they talking about us? So last time I checked, right? Okay. So we was like, are they talking about us in the song, whatever? So we listened more, and they released a blatant diss to us. A song out, they talk about my brother, had a little snippet of him at the end talking, trying to make fun of him and everything. So we was like, bro, if this is hip hop, like if you come at a rapper, what a hip hop artist does is we gotta clap back. So, okay. So my brother wrote his song. He wrote his first song called AC, and the song was AC, and it was him talking out basically venting. That's what the term the AC came from, because he was venting out how he feel, and he was trying to clear the air. So he came out, and it was a good song. He was basically trying to drop all the beats, saying we not on that. You know what I'm saying? We trying to uplift each other and everything. The artist took that as a diss as well, so they released another song. So then my brother and I and a few of the NuWorld was like, all right, now we off that, and we off that trying to be peaceful stuff. We finna go in and we finna fry them like we know we can. My brother released this song called Ease Up. I'm in the studio with him listening to Ease Up, and he's going in on them. We released the song. People that was fans of AK-47 at the time found the people on their page and was typing it's NuWorld, everything, putting worlds on their pictures and liking ours and sharing it all over, saying who gonna diss AK-47? Can't nobody stop it. So it was hilarious, because we was just like, we just doing what hip hop artists do. We gonna clap back. But in that, we knew that they were going to eventually try to write something. So I went into the lab and wrote the song Last Time I Checked. And it was basically a declaration of last time I checked, you know, we worked for ourselves. Nobody gave us nothing. We're not asking for no handouts. We just trying to make music, trying to make a change, and we're our own bosses. We ain't nobody sign us, ain't no label. It's just us doing what we have to do. So what do you have to hate on? You know what I'm saying? So that's where the energy of the song came from. But before I released the song, me and NuWorld and then the people that was dissing us, we sat down, we was like, we listened. We had just seen the minister when he was talking to the artists, and he was basically telling them, stop the beefs, don't beef with each other, because that's just another tool the enemy uses to keep us divided. So we was like, we can't be in the nation and be beefing with our brothers just because it's a misunderstanding. So we end up getting them on the phone, talking to them like, yo, what's good, like what's happening, like what's going on, what's the problem? And they end up telling us that basically they was fans, and they said that to be big as your people you're a fan of, you go after them. So we was like, wow. We was like, what? Like, okay, so we squashed, needless to say, we squashed that beef, and the song never got aired, never got released as like a diss. Okay. So here we are, I think that was like 2 years ago. 2 years later, I'm in the studio.
Now, before you go any further,
yeah,
why don't you set the song up for me real quick? We'll take a listen, then we'll come back.
Well, this is my newest single. It's called Last Time I Checked by NuWorld Flood featuring Key Abdul. Let's get it.
All right.
Last time I checked, even the nation was repping our set. We was the ones that put devils in check. We had the block and the brothers on deck. Last time I checked, NuWorld the squad and we work for ourselves. We had the ground with nobody to help. We shot the videos, mixed it ourselves. Last time I checked, I was investing my entire check. I was working under a whole lot of stress, working every day to give y'all our best. Last time I checked, whoa, we had the game on the stretch. Whoa, niggas coming at our neck. Whoa, so y'all had better watch your step. Last time I checked, I was beginning to think I was next. I was hoping maybe we could connect, but now I'm seeing we as good as it gets. Last time I checked, all you can do is demand your respect. Y'all gon' understand when I cop the jet. Hallelujah, Lord, you know I feel blessed. Last time I checked. Last time I checked.
Last time I checked, I was never even checking for y'all. I was busy plotting, wanting it all. They say they know me, but I don't recall. But last time I checked, I was in solitude trying to evolve. I hope that issue you had got resolved. You do not want me to go make that call. Last time I checked, yeah, everything I do, calculated move. Wait to see what comes next. I got something to prove. If you wanna snooze, tricks I haven't used yet. When I look at you, rap niggas, dog, I do not see a threat. I'm still switching lanes on the running game. Don't forget that everything I do is bismillah. I'm drinking water, make me feel alive, but all my soldiers not afraid to die. And y'all some traders really switching sides. If I call flood, then he gon' wash you out. I'm world protected, trick you, watch your mouth. Ain't nothing free, I need a big amount. They used to hate, but they all on me now. I do whatever I want. I get whatever I want. I'm popping, I don't gotta flaunt. They wanna hand me the throne. Last time I checked, it was already mine. No strings are not stimulating my mind. I'd rather go get my chakras aligned. Just getting started, not even my prime.
Last time I checked,
I just gotta check, yeah.
Last time I checked,
I'm still not impressed.
Talk your shit. Last time I checked,
you look sexy.
We're more than just music. 89.3 WKKC. This is Focus Talk, and that is the latest single from NuWorld, Flood. Last time I checked.
Yeah.
All right, I like that.
Man, I appreciate it.
I like that.
Man, I've been getting so much good feedback from that song. People have been telling me that they love it. I've had people from Indianapolis, people from Florida, from Atlanta, from New York, all hitting me, like all of my DMs, like, bro, let's work. I feel what you're saying in that song, because me and my team, we working by ourselves, so we trying to find a way ourselves. I love that spirit. So it's so funny that something that was negative at first became something positive once it came out of that light, and that energy was not behind it.
Flood, who would you like to work with in the industry now?
My all-time person that I grew up looking at as an artist, and I was like, you know what, I don't care what nobody say, that man is a genius. That man has always had a fresh sound and been an innovator in music, with Kanye West. Okay. If I could work in anybody, it would most likely be Kanye West and Drake. Those are my two favorite artists, really. Okay.
All right, that's good, because you're a millennial.
Yeah.
They're millennials, so I can see that.
Yes,
I can see that. So now, what can we expect from you in, I would say, in the next year or so?
I'll tell you this. November 23rd is my birthday. I'm turning 25 years old. I'm releasing my EP entitled Wolf. And it has a single, Last Time I Checked, on there. It also has a single, Stay True, things that I've released on SoundCloud, but I'm re-releasing it with my EP. I thought of the name Wolf because just like NuWorld is an entity, it's a pack, I feel like I'm a part of that pack and I'm necessary, just like the wolf is in their pack. Each wolf has a purpose to do. So I thought I would name it Wolf because it's showing the mindset of brotherhood and being together in a pack, but it also shows that I'm powerful on myself. That's why I chose the Wolf to, be the name of the EP. But it's dope. I got a few artists on there. I got NuWorld KO, Kia Abdul. I'm trying to get in, with Cutthroat. It's a lot of people that I'm trying to work with. So I'm looking forward to releasing that. Okay. Just more content, more videos, more promoting. That's what you got to look forward to for me.
Flood, we have ran out of time for this particular segment, but please know that I want to get you back in the studio so that we can talk about different things that are coming up as they come along. And know that the door here at Focus Talk is always open. You don't have to knock. Just come on through.
I appreciate you all always.
Thank you so much for coming. We'll talk again real soon.
Yes, sir.
You're in tune to Chicago's most popular college music radio station, 89.3 WKKC.
You're watching Focus Talk TV with your host, Dennis Snipe.
All right. Man, I don't know what the hell got to you this time. Ooh. See, last time I could tell you had a little shook in you a little bit. This time around, no. I'm proud of you on this one, bro.
Thank you. It's like once I got to that first time I got to know y'all personalities and stuff already, I was comfortable.